Alright guys, I've just finished my stream and the CS2 update came out in the middle of the stream. Valve have like reverted Dopplers back, but at the same time broken them from what they once were, and I'm going to show you all the updated ones now. So for consistency, I'm just going to go through every single M9 Doppler because they have all of them, and you'll see the changes. Now, this is a Doppler Phase 1. Now, in-spec servers aren't working anymore, so you're going to have to deal with me just doing it in-game like this. This is a Phase 1 Doppler. Now, this is how it looks. This has definitely changed. I think there definitely used to be more pink in this. You guys can let me know your thoughts of this in the comments down below. I'm not going to spend too much time waffling on each one, but this is the new Phase 1. It seems overall that they've reverted it back to how it looked in CSGO, but with the lighting effects of CS2. Now, believe it or not, you're now looking at a Phase 2. Now, I must say, this is one of the ones that has been nerfed, but I think it still looks pretty good. Phase 2, if you guys are aware, used to be known as the pink gem. We looked at a normal bayonet, and it didn't look that good, but the M9 still at least has like the pink accent on it a little bit. So you can see here, previously this would have been like, I'd say like 80-90%, like a really nice sort of pink gem with a little bit of purple through it. And now there is a lot more purple coming through it. Now, Phase 3 is an area that I think actually looks pretty solid. You'll see that when we get onto the Sapphires now. I never looked at Phase 3s and Phase 4s too much, so I can't, like, off the spot say, like, how drastic the difference is. But from what people were saying in chat, they think that the Phase 3 is one of the ones that has changed, but is still, like, I think if you put this as a blue, or maybe as a purple knife, very nice. And then this is a Doppler Phase 4. I'd say very similar. This is honestly so similar to the Phase 3. There is like a shade difference. You can see that the bit I'm going over now. You can see what the shade difference is. Between the Phase 3 and the Phase 4, these are like very borderline similar to like how the Sapphire looks. Now, the first gem I want to cover is the Black Pearl because I think these look unbelievably good now. These are this big, massive streak of purple. Honestly, I think these look insane. Like, that's just flat out what I think. I know some people liked how they got upgraded into CS2. I still think these look unbelievable. This is still better than the Sapphire, in my opinion. The Ruby's the one that I think has definitely been upgraded to some extent. I remember the Rubies used to have this issue of looking orange. Now, my gloves actually work as a really good contrast for this. You can see the orange off the foundation gloves against the Ruby. I think there's some areas there, like the far side of the blade, definitely has like a pattern where it's a little bit of like orange coming through. Like, it seems to be mostly red, like a little bit, but just look, that is an insanely bright red knife now. So if you're a Ruby enjoyer, I think you'll be liking this. And then this is the Sapphire. So I think looking at them again now, I think Sapphire is definitely more purple. So Sapphire is definitely, it's not like you've got a fake Sapphire anymore in the Phase 3 or the Phase 4, but I wouldn't say they're not as close, but they're not like hugely different. I think you could still buy a Phase 3 and 4 and have that fit in the loadout quite nicely, but there's still a little bit there. You can see that bit in like sort of the middle of the blade where it's not like a perfect sort of purple. There's still a bit of like blue, but I think overall Sapphires are looking better. Now, that's normal Doppler. If we move on to the Gamma Doppler, yeah, actually, if we move on to Gamma Doppler, prepare yourselves, guys. These have been utterly fucking ruined. Now, we'll go on the same order. This is the Phase 1. I don't know what to say. I know I know they've been reverted back to what they used to be like in CSGO. So that's probably mostly a good thing. It creates that sort of consistency between the game. But there's so little green on this. It's kind of wild. And I was planning, and I'm still going to do a best value for money loadout, or best value for money combos. I'm going to have to change some of that now, because the new Gamma Dopplers I'm not a fan of. And then if you had a fake Emerald in the Phase 2, this is what you're looking at now. Now, don't get me wrong, it still has a decent amount of green in it. And it's back to what Phase 2s used to be like. But this is nothing like the fake Emerald we used to have in the game for a little bit before that. And the other thing here is, I did say for a few weeks, people should not be investing in diamond gems. These Phase 3s that had a weird diamond gem pattern, or your Phase 4, whatever patterns you could get that had this diamond gem on it, I said, it's a stupid hype, it seems to be market manipulated, and all it takes is Valve doing one update, and your knife's dead. Diamond gems with this update are absolutely butchered. Now, this is a Phase 3. You guys will know I used to love Phase 3. I used a Huntsman for a while where I got this crazy bright contrast of like green and cyan, and you still get a little bit of it here, but again, compared to what it was before, it's definitely been nerfed. Now, I want to keep saying nerfed with like a quote-unquote on it because like it's been nerfed compared to what we had got used to them as in Counter-Strike 2. but they've actually just gone back to what they were in CSGO. So if anything, they've been reverted back to what they should have been since day one. Obviously, having it live with those changes for multiple months is a bit of a concern. And then this is a PS4. Now again, PS4 is one that I've not looked at that much. I never really cared for the PS4 that much. It was always PS2 and PS3 for me. But again, I think just across the board, the normal phases of the Gamma Dopplers compared to what we've been used to the past few months are just a bit lackluster. But there is a bit of a positive. I don't know if it's copium, but I feel like the M9 Bayonet Emerald, or sorry, I feel like the Gamma Doppler Emerald is better. I would need to see a side-by-side comparison. I can't at the minute go back and check old ones. This is purely just showcasing the new ones for you guys. But something to me makes this... It might be the lighting of the map that I'm inspecting on, but it just seems like brighter. Like I said on stream, this looks like a lightsaber, right? Now, that's all the Doppler finishes. That's Doppler all the way to Gamma Doppler. The other thing that has changed here, and actually there's a couple of things that have changed. One, the Gamma Dopplers for the Glock have also changed. So this is a Phase 2 Gamma Doppler Glock that were given away in the Discord as part of Skinport Spotlight. It's no longer looking like a fake emerald. It's now just like a normal phase of a Gamma Doppler. It's lost that fake emerald sort of effect. And the other thing now, if I hide my webcam, you can now see up here, there's a button for hide rented items. Now, I have a clip that I can clip down and put in here for you. I'll show you it now. Right, okay, so you don't get the option for it. You can literally pay $1.99 and get the option to rent them all. Or,
all of them?
Except for the knife, yeah, literally all of them, you get to rent them all.
Oh my.
So literally, and it's for 7 days, so it removes the knife from it, and then you can do open to keep. So it's not like you open it and then decide if you want to keep it or not. You have to decide before you do it.
And this is just for the kilowatt case, not for anything.
Just for kilowatt case. Good question, Intercam, if it includes the wear or not. I wonder what happens actually. Let's see. I'm gonna open to rent. Right, rent weapons. Rented weapons are available to use for 7 days. Receive every gun from the kilowatt case. Rented weapons are not eligible for stat track and cannot be modified in any way. Excluding rare items are not included in the rental. You click open to rent. It does a full case opening, and then it just gives you it all. It does random floats too.
Tested.
Oh, it is random floats too.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Well worn.
Ooh.
Field tested. Minware. And then like field test. These don't matter. Right, so it's mixed as well. And then there you go. You see, it expires in 7 days. On all of them. Basically, what you've just watched is the new system. Now, this only applies to kilowatt cases, where as you open the case, you now get the option of opening it and getting one item and gambling, or renting items for 7 days. So there's actually a dedicated rentals tab in here now. You can see everything you've got. These cannot be modified. They give you random floats. So you can see I've got like a field test at AK. I've got a field test at Glock. My M4A1S is minimal wear, so it gives you just random floats as well, and you get them for 7 days. What we calculated was on stream was that if for example you wanted to rent everything from the kilowatt case for a full year, with the current case cost and the key cost, it would cost you about £130 for the entire year to constantly be able to rent all of these items. So, and obviously, just buying an AK Inheritance and a Chrome Cannon would be more expensive, at least before this update came out. That might change now. Obviously, you don't get the guarantee float or wear that you want, but this is going to offer a new interesting alternative. It'll be interesting to see how the market gets impacted. My main thing today was just showing you guys the Doppler and the Gamma Doppler changes. So I'm going to end it there. We'll stop the waffle. I'll have timestamped everything down below. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts of the Doppler changes, and let me know your thoughts of this new kilowatt case introduction where you can rent them, because I imagine that's going to happen for every case moving forward. All the new ones that get added to the game anyway. Thank you for watching, guys. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.